What's going on, everybody? I am back from Daytona Bike Week. Yes, leaving that warm weather and blue skies was tough, especially getting home to some snow and some cold weather here in my home state. But fingers crossed, the warm weather's right around the corner and we'll be back out riding before you know it. But today is not about that. Today is about jumping on here and giving my boy George a big shout out at All American Cycles for building me a badass bagger. Thank you, George, to you and your crew for all the extras that you've done for me and my build and my entire group. I think we had 13 bikes down there, 10 of which George and his staff has had some part of each build in some way, shape, or form. All those bikes, perfect. Ran perfect, didn't miss a beat, trouble-free. We rode them in about every condition you can think of, highway, back roads, traffic, heat. We didn't miss a beat. They all performed as George said they would, and I can't say enough. We can't say enough about the crew and George and his company and staff. They have over-exceeded our expectations. I know I can speak from my build that they have definitely over-exceeded my expectations for this build. A lot of you know I've had this bike since last year. I bought it from Fury Customs originally. We have gone through this bike front to rear and really just took it to another level. It obviously came with beautiful paint on it from Fury, which you can see. It came on dirty air already, which is the way I like it. It come with killer audio in it, which Troy from Atlanta, which is through Fury, they use him for the audio stuff. So that's all been done when I got it. But we've changed about everything else on it. So, and George is a big part of that. So I haven't shared the details of this bike a lot because I was kind of keeping that on the DL going into a Daytona Bike Week in case we ran into some guys down there, and I just didn't want the details to get out beforehand. But that's come and gone. We've put about 500 miles on the bike, trouble-free. The bike is on E85, and I can just tell you this. George is a man of his word. When I built this bike, I was concerned. I said, hey, I don't want to have problems with this bike. I don't want to be stranded on the side of the road. I don't want to, interrupt anybody's vacation with my crew and I'm on the side of the road because my bike's overheating or broke down or whatever may happen. And he assured me, reassured me, you will not have any problems. We do this daily. We ride these big motor bikes daily. No issues. You'll be able to ride it. I guarantee it. So he was 100% on point. I thank him for that, for the honesty and being up front with me. And I'm so glad he talked me into doing what I've done with this bike. And I'm going to share some of those details with you today and my experiences with George. So here we go. We took the stock Prodigy wheels off when I bought the bike. I went with the BST carbon front and rear full carbon wheels. Again, on the rear. Lindell rotors front and rear. I went with the Ribofini billet boards and foot controls. Obviously, George at All American Cycles did the engine work. I'm not going to get into full details of what's in the engine. I'll just tell you that it's 147 cubic inch, big bore motor on E85, all of the billet stuff inside as you can expect. Thunder header, as you can see here, we had that done. Fully billet trans. George did that while it was there as well. As you can see, he put the billet trans cover on it. We did some work to the bike ourselves. My buddy Dave from Wheaties Performance and myself, we put the Brock's billet rear swing arm on the bike. We went with the Brock's triple trees on the front. We installed that there at Wheaties Performance. The Raptor Performance shift light. I did go with the Saddleman seat. I may add, that's a badass seat, especially for like long distances. My wife is very thankful for that seat. It's gel here and gel here. Love the seat, especially for launches. It's got good back support. Again, I had George convert the bike to chain drive while he had it. The AIM lockup clutch, all the billet internals in there, all George's handiwork are in there. Again, the Ribofini foot controls and boards. Like I said before, the bike was already on dirty air when I bought the bike from Fury. So that's just the way I like it. I went with the Vans grips. They're super comfortable. It does have the Shanko Hookup Pro tire on the back. I can just tell you that tire is gangster as shit. Thumbs up on that. That tire works. We get to test that out while we were in Daytona. That tire hooks and books, let me tell you. The bike makes 195 horsepower, 182 foot-pounds of torque on E85. It does have pump gas. Again, that bike ran 500 miles trouble-free. And if you'd have told me last year that I was going to have a bagger that would put that kind of power down and be able to ride it like a stock bike and go out and lay down bottom 10-second runs on the street, I'd have told you no way. But I'm here to tell you today, it does everything I just told you George said it would do. Again, thank you, George, for the honesty, being up front with me, steering me the right way. I can't thank you. Our crew, our whole crew here in Michigan, can't thank you enough for all of the things that you've done. Your crew, for all the extra hours. They went over and above and beyond what a shop should do for anybody, and we are grateful. I can't say that enough. Each build has been a little bit different in what headache they may have or may not have, but he has been there, and he has literally made it a smooth process. So smooth, it made me so happy that I couldn't just have one of these bikes. This is how happy I am. So what did I do? I bought George's personal bike. This is a 2022 CVO. Some of you may recognize this bike. Some of you may not. This is a bad boy. It's built like the orange bike, but on another level. This is a big motor in this bike. I'm not going to get into details on what exactly the motor is. I can just tell you that this bike is well over 200 horsepower. Again, 21-inch wheel in the front, 17-inch wheel in the rear, Schenko hookup pro tire, Galfa rotors, custom exhaust. I did upgrade the bike since picking it up from George to put it on dirty air while it was in Daytona. We upgraded the floorboards and controls to the billet flows, put the Arlen Ness mirrors on it. This bike is on a Schenko hookup pro tire, chain driven, like I said. All the same internals in the clutch department as the orange bike. But again, I got to ride this bike just a little bit in Daytona, but one of my guys did get the chance to take it out and make a couple hits on it. This is a nasty bike. We're looking forward to having some fun with this bike this year on the streets here, and we will share some more content with that coming the days to come. But the main reason for jumping on here today, again, was to give George and his crew a big shout out. I want to add one more thing. This bike, George hand-delivered from Miami to my condo in Daytona in his own truck, in his own trailer, on the weekend of Bike Week. If that's not dedication and service, I don't know what you would ever expect from anybody else other than that. He has over-exceeded my expectations, and I can't thank him enough for that. Our crew can't thank you enough for that, George. Again, thank you for all you've done for us. And again, Dave, thank you for all the help with the bike. Dave at Wheaties Performance, he's been a big part of this build as well. He spent countless hours on this bike with me, and I want to thank him for that and helping me get my bikes to and from Daytona. Thank you to him. And again, this was just to share some of our experiences with the bikes and give a big shout out to George and his crew at All American Cycles. Again, hit him up if you're looking for a big build. He in tuning or anything you need done, he can do it. And hopefully, if you're planning on doing something, this helps you guys out. Thanks for watching. I hope that it helped you guys a little bit. And until next time, see you.